married, escaped the United Kingdom, and we are in San Sebastian, northern Spain, food capital of the world. There's more Michelin star restaurants per square foot here than anywhere in the world, and we've just got here. Probably going to be about 2 stone heavier when we leave here. Do something here which is very similar to tapas, but called pintxos here in every bar pretty much. Here a beer and a pintxos, little bite to eat, served on little bits of bread. So we're going to do a little bit of a tour of bars and cafes, eat as much as we can, take you on the ride. So trying this first one, which is called Gilda, which is named after a Rita Hayworth film. This is the most famous one. It's amazing that. It's everything, isn't it? It's salty and meaty and spicy and fishy.
Yeah, it's painful for me. Really hurt my mouth.
This one is tuna mayo and anchovy. Yeah, it's really good. Really nice.
But yeah, you're not going to get that in one else, so don't even try. Much because you was going to get one. Should have got the
That went well.
It's a big nostril.
The yolk went everywhere apart from in my mouth. It's not that great actually.
I'm not keen on the mushroom egg.
So in the old town at the minute we've just had 4 different pintxos there. 2 are absolutely rotten to be fair. I ended up with a quail egg up my nose, and the other one was a bit cod which was just slop, and it wasn't very pleasant at all. But it's buzzing, like, good atmosphere, loads of nice places to go to. We're going to try and find them. Snake killed a dog there. We're going to try and find another one now.
No manège?
Yes.
It's outrageous, huh?
It's a load for them, so like they're really bringing them out by the tray full. Must be that speciality.
What a bra, honestly. I'm in heaven with this one. Oh my god. It's absolutely outrageous. I think it might be glazed with calvados, is it? It's got apple on it.
I have no idea what it is. I just saw that.
That one was amazing, and it was below 20 euros. So we got foie gras and we got sea urchin and a couple of beers, and it was below 20 euros. The last one, which was right next to that church, was clearly a bit of a 2 hours trap, and it wasn't that great. It was 28 euros, and it was pretty rotten. 2 out of 2. 2 are good, 2 are horrible, but that one there, outstanding. The foie gras was absolutely amazing, and if I don't get any more foie gras for the rest of this weekend, I'm going to head back there and get it again. Yeah, brilliant. this is the most, apparently the most famous Basque cheesecake in San Sebastian. There we go. There we go. There's a dog just attacking someone there. It tastes a little bit like raw cake mix, like Christmas cake mix when it's raw and someone gives you the spoon to lick. The first bite was a little bit overrated in my opinion, but apparently this bit is the end bit and it's a bit nicer. Let's have a try. It's a bit nicer. It's like a creme brulee really, but without the crispy top. It's alright. Eggy, uncooked cake mixy. I wouldn't say it was anything special. Considering the queue is absolutely outrageous. It's I was expecting to be blown away by this. I think I might go on the hunt for more foie gras. So we're still kind of getting our bearings. We don't really know 100% what the touristy bits are and what the touristy bits aren't. The old town kind of feels touristy everywhere, but as you can see in some places, price of a pint is a lot more expensive in others, and the food is a lot more expensive in others, and it doesn't look that great quality. As you've seen just there on that picture there, the salmon that's in front of us, it's sweating like it's just done the 800 metres. It's probably been sitting there all day, so I wouldn't order that one because that might be a few trips to the toilet. So I haven't been here 4 hours yet, but I think we've made a bit of a judgment that it is nice and chilled out but not boring. Something happening, there's plenty to do, plenty to see, loads of shops, loads of bars. It's good. Basically 2 bars, maybe 3 bars here, and everyone's just crowded around these bars, just having a drink, having something to eat, having a bit of crack, nice and relaxed. Well, day 1 done, San Sebastian, and it's good, nice place. Nice and relaxed, people nice and friendly, food is really good, the beer is really good, and it's quite reasonably priced actually. We haven't been anywhere that's like daft like Michelin star places, but it's absolutely spot on. See you tomorrow. Alright, day 2, we're off for a Michelin star meal right now. Sun's out, it's going to be torrential rain later tonight. Saturday afternoon, it's nice and busy. Nice and warm. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, €294, so what's that, I don't know, 260, 270 pound sterling, €30 tip, absolutely outstanding though. Found this craft beer spot here next to the restaurant that we've just been to. Got a lovely little Peugeot van there in the background, but the foreground looks like this. It's alright, isn't it? Right, so this is a really good spot. There's loads of sours, loads of different ales, IPAs, and even a very British bitter on tap, and a beautiful view in the marina. I definitely recommend this place, especially when the sun's out. It's a very, very good bar. Oh, scorcher, absolute scorcher. We're heading away from the church. The heat is insane, so we're going to try and move somewhere with a bit of aircon. Hopefully there's a nice breeze. Hopefully a nice Irish bar with aircon where we can sit in the darkness and drink stout. Back towards the hotel now. The wind's coming in and there's a big storm coming in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. It's going to be lashing it down all night. But there's a little dive bar not too far from our hotel, so we're going to try and make it back there before the rain comes and have a few beers there. It's about where we were last night. A dive bar. It's 2 secs from the hotel, and there's a bit of a storm incoming, so we're coming here, have a couple of beers and see what happens. Finally, we've got a gap in the weather. We legged it along to the baker's, which was just around the corner from the hotel. Grabbed ourselves some pastries for breakfast. Day 3. It's a helicopter right above us, which you can probably hear. It's making a bit of a racket. Yeah, so last night was a bit of a write-off with the weather. Got those pastries. We had those pastries for breakfast. Traditional Basque pastries, just pretty much just absolutely loads of butter and sugar. Today we are heading to Gross, not sure how you pronounce it, area where a lot of the surfers go, a bit more hipstery and studenty, I believe. We'll go there for a few drinks and some food. The last couple of days will be more around like the old town central area, which I think is like the main sort of touristy sort of pub. Some of the food in some of the places isn't that great, some of the food's amazing, so it's very hit and miss depending on how kind of touristy it is, I suppose. So yeah, we're crossing over the river now, away from that side of things, and we'll see what it's all about. Nice chilled out beach, just like being in South Shields. The ham here was ridiculous. They do a little cone, which I think was like €3 or $3.50. I mean, it's probably just like the little offcuts that they give only to tourists and dogs, but it was still unbelievable. Right, we're going to head somewhere for something to eat. It was said that this was a bit more of a hipstery and studenty sort of area. I'm not sure how accurate that is, unless we're just going to the complete wrong place, but this definitely feels like it's more residential, more full of local people rather than tourists, which is a good thing. But we're struggling to find anywhere really to go. The bars aren't sort of one after another. There's a lot more shops, so things like type of thing that you'd have if you lived here. So yeah, it's not quite the same. We might actually go for something to eat here along near the beach and then head back into the centre, because I want to try and watch the football. So from saying that it's not very hipstery and student, you will then like start walking through a street which is very much like East Village, New York. It's like walking through St. Mark's Place or something. So I think it is kind of trying to find the right streets, the right places, and doing a bit more research. We've done absolutely no research for this trip, which is embarrassing. We're usually all over it, and we've done nothing really. But yeah, this is a bit more of a cool area, and there's a lot of bars and restaurants here. Let's see where we're going. I think the big problem was we came through here about 2 hours ago when everywhere was dead. It's a Sunday, everywhere was dead and everywhere was shut. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon and everywhere's buzzing. So I think the area is as we described it earlier. We just went the wrong place, or everywhere was shut. It's absolutely jumping now. So all of that was £21.40, which is unbelievably cheap. What's that in pounds? About £17, £18, something like that. Quality of the food, the quantity of the food, beautiful drinks, really nice. So we made a bit of an error coming over here far too early this morning, thinking that we'd come to the wrong place, when in fact we have actually come to the right place. But there's no doubt about it, it's definitely less touristy on this side, much more local. But even where it is touristy, there's not really few Americans, few Canadians, but it's mainly Spanish tourists, I think. But it does get some of the bars do get quite busy and packed out like sardines, whereas over this side it's a bit more local, it's a bit more relaxed. Still really busy, but definitely not as touristy. So we might see if we can get back across here. We've got another couple of days, but we're heading back into the centre now because we need to try and find somewhere that's going to show the football. Doesn't seem to be many choices. Let's have a look. Well, we found a spot. I'll put the name on the screen because I can't remember what it's called. Bariva 21 or something like that. They didn't have any football on, but they did have a Formula 1 on, which I'm a big fan of, so I was going to watch that, but unfortunately we weren't allowed in without our passport. That's the first bar we've had any issues with. Not allowed in without passports, you have to register. There wasn't a single soul in the pub. So that Formula 1 on one screen, that kind can't remember what it was, on another screen. They had a couple of screens with different sports on, but not a single customer spending money, because they are stopping every single person at the door, and if you haven't got a passport, you're not allowed in. So I don't think I'm going to get to watch the football, but we'll see if we can find somewhere else where we can watch the Formula 1 with any luck. Plot twist. So it seems like that place that we just went into was actually a bit of a bookies. So that's why they want your ID, because it's kind of like a bar slash casino slash bookmakers. All we want to do is have a beer and watch the match. So we've found somewhere else. Let's see if we get a bit of luck now. Found a sports bar. It is not showing Premier League football, it is showing yesterday's highlights, but it is showing the Formula 1. It wasn't showing it, but we eventually got them to put it on. They don't speak any English and we don't speak any Spanish, only Basque, but we've got it on. So we'll have a couple of beers and watch the Formula 1. Time for a bit of culture now. We're heading to the museum, which is apparently got a bit of a rooftop terrace for food and drink, which is really, to be honest, the main point of going here, so we can drink loads of booze, not really that we can get involved in all of the culture, but we'll see. Yeah, we're bypassing all of the culture. There's we're going straight to level 5, booze. Level 1 is, yeah, it's none of it's in English anyway. I think it's best to just go on and drink. So we're on the roof of the museum, so I don't know which is north, south, east or west, but where we've come it's full of shade. This is where all the tables and chairs are. On the other side's sun, but there's no tables or chairs there. So we're making the most of cooling down for a little bit with a Negroni. And that's about it. We're going to have a look in the gift shop. Who doesn't love a gift shop? We've just walked straight back out the gift shop. That wasn't a very good gift shop. Right, so we've been on that rooftop of this museum. 12 euros, 13 euros, 13. 13 euros for an Aperol Spritz and a Negroni. For a sangria and a Negroni. Honestly, the Negroni, I feel like I'm mortal drunk. The Negroni was probably the biggest Negroni I've ever been served anywhere in my life, and it was 8 euros. The glass was as wide as a tree trunk. 13 euros. That is a bargain. In the words of David Dickinson, that was the real deal. And also we've just walked around the corner and absolutely boffed someone's fart. It was horrendous. Never mind, we're on holiday, so you take the rough with the smooth. Yeah. So you have to go across this staircase because they're doing a lot of work on the railways, I think. It's like, reminds us of the Warriors or something. This is if the Turnbull ACs are about to stove our heads in. But go across the bridge, up the stairs, up and down the stairs to get there. Job's a good one. Another quick pit stop, Murphy's Irish Bar, which is really not an Irish bar, but that's what it's called. Now this is the touristy bit. I thought we've been to all the touristy bits, but this seems to be more touristy than the other touristy bits. What's that statue there? Should we have a look? Let's go and have a look at a statue. No idea. I'm not going to be disrespectful. It just kind of reminds me of Little Drummer Boy. Cummy, Tommy, Purumpa Pum Pum. So I've now been dragged into this shop which sells things that are Japanese or something. I think Hello Kitty stuff and other stuff. My niece is into all this stuff now, so I've been dragged into this. But this is hell on earth. Absolute hell on earth. If you like this sort of thing though, this is a gigantic shop and they sell all kinds. It's they've got a good range of everything, I guess. Heading back to the old town. Quite a few drinks so far today. We started off heading over to Gross. Things didn't quite work out over there because we got there too early. And then we had to leave when things were just picking up, so we didn't get a proper chance to see how good it was over there, but that's fine. We're heading now back to the old town. I'm not sure where we're going, but we are going to find more places to eat, more places to drink. €21, which actually wasn't too bad. I didn't really enjoy me foie gras patty so much. It was all right, but still €21, not too bad. This place gets busy, but just bear with the queues, you will get a spot. And this, hands down, was one of our favourite meals in the whole time of San Sebastian. Absolutely incredible. And now it is ice cream time. Apparently there's an ice cream parlour somewhere near where we are. We've just been down the harbour, it's back there, it's back there, it's back there. 3 coming to a close, and we have ate a lot of food. Again, a lot of amazing food. I've ate a lot of foie gras, a lot, and the prices are pretty outrageous, to be honest. Outrageous in a good way, and it makes us wonder what we're doing back in the UK, because I've ate portions of foie gras which are like £4, £5, £6 for big, chunky, long, buttery, beautiful portions of foie gras. And in England, if you go to a restaurant in the northeast of England anyway, you pay something like £20–30 for a portion which is far smaller and sometimes not even as well cooked. So we've been to one Michelin star restaurant, but a lot of the places we've been to have just been kind of random bars in alleyways and stuff, and the cooking is just amazing. And it makes us think, oh, people just coming over here, pinching all the ideas, pinching all these ideas about how to cook this, how to cook that, what to do with this, what to do with that, and then just coming back to England and sticking that 20–30 quid on it, because it definitely feels like it. We've had meals the last few years in restaurants around the north of England which have been £300, £400, £500, maybe even more, and we've had meals in the last few days which have been like, I'd say maybe £23, £24, just as good. Like just random little bars, 3 or 4 dishes and drinks, 20 quid. It's absolutely mental. Day 4, San Sebastian. So we've had a bit of a sit round the pool day today at the hotel, and now out and about to get some lunch. It's our last day, last night. Head back to Bilbao tomorrow, and then from Bilbao head back to Manchester after a night, and then drive back home to Newcastle. So let's see what we can find. About 20 quid for 4 beers, which would be 20 quid alone in the UK, and some really nice food. Spot on. Monday, 2 and it's siesta time, so it's gone really deathly quiet. All the shops are shut, most of them are shut anyway. Tuesday still managed to hunt out some shops to look in, so I'm just having a bit of a wander around. All of the cafes and bars are chock-a-block, we're really busy, but yeah, what a lovely place. Loads of good shops here as well. It's not just the food and drink. What would you say about shops Tuesday?
Good mix of like high street brands and independent little boutiques, and I've got myself some nice Spanish leather boots, so I'm happy.
There you go, let's got ourselves some nice Spanish leather boots. Softest leather in the land. Absolutely no idea how we're going to get them on the plane, but I might end up wearing them and stretching the leather out. But there's plenty of little shops to go to. Back to our usual haunt now, Yasso Plaza, which is just around the corner from the hotel. We've been here a few times. There's loads of different bars and cafes here, all doing food and drink. Pretty reasonably priced. It gets jumping on at night time. well, did on Saturday and Sunday anyway, or Friday and Saturday over the weekend. It's Monday afternoon now. It's a bit chilled out. Don't know if it'll get busy there or at night, but it seems to be a place people come to for the tea and for a drink. It's nice, like I say, nice and chilled out, nice and relaxed. Again, not many people speak English, so it's kind of more pointing at stuff and then seeing what you get. It's usually alright for the drinks, you can get away with asking for 2 beers, but when you're asking for food, it's a bit more complicated for that. Easier just to point. So, let's see what we get here. So we've got a barrel-aged vermouth here, and even been given a little bit of sugar. It's the first time I've been given sugar.
Well, it was just on the counter. I don't know if it was to do with it or not. Maybe I just picked it up.
Nah, because you're a tea leaf. That's lovely. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, very good. Very good. We've already tried one burnt Basque cheesecake, which is apparently the best one, and we didn't think it was that great. So there's another recommendation, and this one apparently is definitely the best one. So we're going to try this now. It's Loaf Bakery. There's a few of them in San Sebastian, but this one is over in Ross area. So we're going to try it now, see what it's like. This is the boy apparently. So this Basque cheesecake at the Loaf was absolutely streets ahead of the Basque cheesecake at Lavina, which is apparently the best one in San Sebastian. In my opinion, this is far better.
Yeah, night and day.
Can smell the vanilla.
Really good.
It's good. That one was about 30 quid, which was probably a little bit excessive. It was the tatties that topped the bill. It wasn't that great, but it wasn't that bad. It was alright. So we're now at this one, which is a bit more of a modern take on pintxo. Let's see what happens. So that was €27, about £25. It wasn't that great, to be honest. Trying to do things a bit fancy instead of just keeping it simple. And it's raining again, so we're going to try and head back. Good luck. So the top tip is to bring an umbrella. So we've been here 3-4 nights, and the weather is very changeable. I don't know what it's like. Oh yeah, September now, September the 2nd. Weather's been a bit up and down. It's not the easiest place in the world to get a taxi. Uber doesn't operate here. You can't flag one down. You can ring them, and you can go to a rank. But to be fair, it's hard enough ordering a ham sandwich than it is trying to order a taxi because of the language barrier. So we are walking. We've managed to get an umbrella in a little shop, and we're marching on. And that was that. Holiday over and done with for another summer. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you soon.